Welcome. Point of View, episode 4. We're back again. Yes. And today we've got a very special guest. Again. Someone that is multi-talented. Someone that's a great speaker. Someone that's a fantastic networker, I would say. And someone that's just very active, man. Every time I see him, he's always active. Yeah, creating content. And another example of someone that hasn't let his obstacles and hurdles stop him from pursuing his goals and dreams, man. But yeah, let me introduce Moeed Majeed, my brother.
Thank you for having me, man.
Salam, brother, man. Come on, man.
Bro. Pleasure to be here, man. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for coming, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate your time, man. Yeah, so obviously it's point of view. I like to start with people's beginnings. So basically, yeah, man, like where you was born, where you grew up, your nationality, and just childhood memories and experiences. Stuff like that.
All right, cool, fine. There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
So I'd say, yeah, I grew up in Northwest London, born in Central Middlesex Hospital, which is like Northwest. Grew up in Willesden till I was like 11 years old. From there, my family started getting bigger. I'm the oldest of 4. So we moved to like a bigger house in Wembley, and I've been there ever since. I went to school in Wembley. I love school.
What school did you go to?
I went to Preston Manor High School.
Okay.
And a lot of people are like, why are you saying high school? Why are you saying high school? It's an American thing. And I'm like, that's what it was called, bro. It's called Preston Manor High School. And I'm always for high schools, man. I don't say secondary school. Just out of principle.
Yeah. Fair enough, man.
But yeah, I went there and I loved it, man. I loved it, but all for the wrong reasons. I was a chatty guy, man. I was a chatty guy.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think back about school and I'm like, yo, they should have utilized my talking skills and like pushed me down that direction. But instead, I just kept getting told off for talking too much, which was just always just what I was good at, right? I was a bit of a mischievous. I was never a bad kid. I was never like just horrible or like a bad kid. I was just mischievous, you know? Like a little typical mischievous teenager. Had fun in school, went to uni, dropped out of uni twice because I got a bit sick.
What year were you born, sorry?
91.
Okay, so 91. 91 what month?
June.
All right, cool. So you're like a year below me,
Yeah, June 91. Cool. So I'm 33 in June, boy.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, so go on.
Yeah. So school, went to uni, dropped out of uni. I got a bit sick. Got diagnosed with something called Crohn's disease.
Yeah, I know about it.
Which is a bit crazy, and we can go into that further if you want.
Yeah, okay. Let's look at that. Cool. So you went uni, yeah. So you went college as well.
I did sixth form at the school. Yeah.
Cool. What did you study?
For the first year, I did media, music. I played the saxophone.
No way.
So media, music. Yeah. I played it for like 20 years.
No way. All night you could play the saxophone, yeah?
Yeah.
That's sick, yeah.
Media, music, psychology, and biology for the first year. Then I dropped biology because I was dead. I got a U.
Fair enough.
It was funny because I was the head of the school council and my boy was head boy. And we used to go to these governors' meetings and they discuss like the results of all the pupils. And they gave us this piece of paper and we both started creasing because it showed you a pie chart of how many people got U's. And there was like maths and biology. He got a U in maths, I got a U in biology. So we made up like 30% or whatever it was of the amount of U's and we were just creasing, man. But yeah, anyway, obviously biology wasn't for me.
But media, music and psychology, that's quite a cool mix.
I enjoyed it.
Would you say that reflects a bit of who you are?
Definitely creative.
Definitely
creative, and I suppose I enjoy the connection with other humans.
Yeah.
And I suppose, from psychology you can kind of like decipher that, but yeah, I just never been good at just.
What did you want to be though? Is there anything you wanted to be like?
Good question.
I don't know what it is with me. I like to, because like, I like to explore like how we evolve and change, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like what you wanted to be like when you was young, and then what you've become, innit, and what you're becoming, and just find like a pattern and find the purpose in it, man. Point of view. This is what you know what I mean. That's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Pure you, pure Y.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Point of view. Oh, yeah. That's what
it's actually called. Yeah, it's just the Instagram. I had to pick the point of view because point of view was taken, innit? It's actually point of view.
Understood. Yeah. Okay, cool.
What's the point of view, man?
What is the point of view? It's a good question, man. I ask myself that question every day.
Yeah, but we'll get to that.
So yeah, you said, what was the question, bro?
The question was, is there anything you specifically were trying to be? Yeah.
At the time, I wanted to be like a film director.
Okay, sick.
Yeah, at the time, I wanted to be a film director. I don't know if I actually wanted to go to uni. I was just following everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have considered myself... was I a sheep? I don't think I was a sheep, but everyone was going to uni, so I was like, okay, cool, I've done this now.
The normal...
You know what I'm saying? They don't explain, school doesn't explain the options you have, which I think is of paramount importance. When you're like 18 years old, you need to know what's available, and then you're able to make an informed decision of the direction you want to go in. You got apprenticeships, you got BTECs, you can go straight into work. But you know, school makes it like if you don't do sixth form and you don't do uni, you're an idiot.
Yeah, literally.
Which is wrong. Which is completely wrong.
Fair, probably back then there wasn't as much as opportunity as probably today. There is a lot more with social media. There's so many things, but back then it felt quite like what you're saying. There was your BTECs and stuff, but it did feel like
school doesn't teach you life. That's the problem.
Exactly.
They don't teach you how to deal with adversity, real life issues, taxes, you know, tax return, money, mortgages, credit cards. That's what you need to learn.
Yeah.
And then you get 18, you go to uni, you got all this money in your bank account for the first time because of all the bursaries and stuff. You don't know what to do with it. Like, it's ridiculous. Honestly, school is just so backwards, man. I don't agree with half the stuff they teach, but that's a conversation for another day. So yeah, I wanted to be a film director. I went to university at Brunel to study broadcast media, digital media design, that kind of stuff. And yeah, I was enjoying it, man. I was loving life. My favorite film? You're killing me.
If you've got one, I know it's a mad question, but if you're a
film
director,
films.
like films, yeah, top 3.
Boy, I love the Lord of the Rings trilogy, obviously.
Yeah, we'll count that as one.
I love Blood Diamond.
Okay.
Have you seen that with Leonardo DiCaprio? Although I don't rate Leonardo DiCaprio anymore. I like the film, the message of that film. Boy, obviously.
I'll put you on the spot here, innit?
Yeah, man. The problem is, like, I used to have an unlimited card at Cineworld. I used to just go every day watching movie. There's a film that stuck with me for life, and it's called Incendies. It's an international film. I can't remember where it's from exactly. And it's about two brothers, twins that are split at birth or when they're really young, and they both go down different trajectories in life. That film is a madness, man.
Check that one out,
Incendies is called.
Incendies, yeah. All right, so you went Brunel. So when did you get Crohn's?
So I got diagnosed with Crohn's when I was 19, Crohn's disease, which is an inflammatory bowel disease. I was 19 when I got diagnosed, but I've had symptoms since I was like 10.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, looking back, you know, reflecting and understanding what it is.
Undiagnosed?
Yeah, as in I used to have cuts in my mouth, and then I never got diagnosed. And 19, when it got really bad, I got diagnosed, and I was like, obviously a couple of years down the line after dealing with it, researching it, I was like, wow, man, I've had symptoms like that since I was a youth. So yeah, I got diagnosed at 19, and that's when, you know, everything just went a bit tits up, bro.
Oh shit, so go on, tell us about it.
I had to leave uni, I lost 10 kilos in like 1 month.
I saw a picture of you,
Yeah, man. I shat myself skinny, that's what I say, bro. It's the best diet. Get Crohn's now, I don't wish it on anybody. It's a tough thing to deal with, man, because you're at university,
That's what I was going to say, So how, like, at 19, fresh, uni, young, energy, you want to be a film director, and then you get hit with this. How did that, like, what impact did that have on your mental, on your, on just feeling like because you're here today now, innit? That's what I'm saying. And I'm not trying to be on a down negative one, but obviously at that time, it must have felt like shit. Like,
oh, it was horrible, man. It was horrible, bro. I thought it was the bee's knees at the time, man. I was some socialite at university. I was making loads of friends. I was enjoying myself. You always
had this positive spirit. You've got a very positive spirit, man.
I appreciate that, man. I try it, man. I try to, because, you know, having gone through all that stuff, it's the only way I feel like you're able to move forward, you know? But regarding when I first got diagnosed, I was very naive. So Crohn's disease doesn't have a cure. And the first question I asked was, so what's the cure? And they were like, there ain't no cure, mate. So for the first year, I was in denial, bro. I didn't pay attention. I just carried on living the life I wanted to live at university, eating fried chicken at 3 a.m., you know, all that random stuff uni students do. But I got way worse, man. I got way worse. They put me on medication, on steroids. And steroids you can't take for a long time. They're high dose and they're just not good for you.
Of course.
But you take like a high dose and you like wean off it. So you have like 10 tablets, for example. Then the next week, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And then I felt better, man. I put all my weight back and I was like, yo, man, Crohn's ain't that bad. This is bliss.
Yeah.
And then the roids, obviously, I got off them and then everything went back to how it was. I was like, yo, this is nuts, man.
Message for all the gym guys out there.
Yeah, bro, man.
Sorry, man. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, get off that trend.
Yeah, get off that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Testosterone.
Don't get that, man. It's not good for you.
Keep it natural, man.
Keep it natural, man. But so one thing I've learned from the whole Crohn's things, man, just appreciate the situation you're in, and you got to play with the cards you've been dealt, man. Yeah,
because I know two people with Crohn's.
Yeah.
I know my little one's grandma. She's got Crohn's. She got it at an old age, and a good friend of mine as well.
There's 2 onsets to Crohn's.
Nathan, in fact, this guy.
So
yeah, but he ain't got it, like, he ain't got the bag and stuff.
Yeah, the swag bag. So the swag bag, I eventually got so bad that I had to have surgery, so I got a stoma.
Well, my dad's got a bag.
So
he got cancer.
Bag boys.
Yeah, he got cancer.
Oh,
so,
shit. Okay, cool. So, yeah,
he's
no.
alive, man. Sorry,
Yeah.
Just he's got a bag too.
Yeah. That's gang, man, gang.
Yeah, gang.
So I think it's a lot more frequent and prevalent than people like notice or know about. Obviously, I'm very open with mine. I don't make it the forefront of my personality because I feel like I have so much more to offer the world. But yeah, having gone through all that stuff, man, you have some frank conversations with yourself when you're sitting there in the hospital bed, man, just thinking, yo, what the flip is going on in my life, man? A lot of introspection, a lot of time to evaluate and then reevaluate. And I'm like, yo, man, like, because it's tough, man. Like, I left university, like my social life depleted. I was half the man I was at the time, I was just completely physically, just finished. And so you're sitting there in hospital and then you have multiple complications because the medication you take for Crohn's is like an anti-inflammatory. So it's an inflammation of the bowels. But then it's also an immunosuppressant, so your immune system goes down. So I caught TB as well, bro. I've had tuberculosis for like a year. So I had to have like a little drain in my lungs, sucking all the fluid out. It was mad, bro. It was a mad time. And sometimes, again, I always say this when I talk about this whole journey that, man, I forget about it. And then when you talk about it, like, raw, man, we've been through a bit of a madness, man. It's been a rocky road, but we're here now.
Thank God, though, man. That's what I'm saying. Trust me, bro. And that's when we get onto what you're doing and your achievements and, do you know what I mean? The path that I reckon you're on and where you're headed, then it's, man, all that. Don't worry about all that negative stuff, man. Yeah. That's just part of what makes you great, bro.
But I wouldn't change it.
Exactly.
Because it's given me like a steel mindset and outlook of life. Don't get me wrong, I get a bit too comfortable sometimes. And I've developed some bad habits that I'm trying to eradicate. I don't mean like bad habits. I mean just like not doing stuff I'm meant to do on time and all that. But yeah, overall, I feel like I'm in a good place right now.
Cool, man. Cool. All right. So that's Crohn's then, yeah? So at what point did it like... So you got the bag, then was that like that was... I don't want to spend too much time on Crohn's.
Yeah.
But at the same time...
Well, that leads into like the whole creative thing. So I started making videos the night before my surgery. I made my first ever YouTube video.
Okay, cool.
And I spoke at the camera. I looked directly at the camera, and I just did like a monologue about how I feel. And I'd never made a video before, so whenever I made a mistake, I'd stop the video and start again. Instead of continuing and editing it. So the first, because I didn't know, innit? So the first video I ever released was just like a 1-take, 5-minute video about how I felt.
Yeah.
And then I made a series about like living with the day after the surgery and then like getting better over the next few months. And yeah, people to this day watch that stuff, man, and I get messages from people from around the world.
Inspiration.
Yeah, just saying, yo, man, like, thank you for making this. It makes me feel so much better. And it was never my intention. I was more selfish. I was like, when I'm 40, 50, I want to watch back and remember what happened to me.
Yeah.
But then obviously from that, a lot of people have watched it and, they've gained solace from it. And I'm happy I'm able to help people, And then obviously using those videos, I got better. I started making more videos about food because obviously food is a big issue with Crohn's, with IBD, inflammatory bowel disease. You can't eat. You can barely eat anything. So I got better and I started eating loads of food and I started making videos about food. Then I built like a little portfolio and I started sending it to random presenting things. I got a gig at Ben TV, which is some like Nigerian TV show on Sky. I was presenting sports on that.
No way.
Yeah, man, live TV, presenting sports on Ben TV to like Nigeria.
Big up Ben TV.
Yeah, big up Ben. So yeah, man, it was cool, and that kind of like just set precedent. I was like, you know what? I enjoy this presenting thing. I enjoy talking to camera.
You're very natural, bro. You're very incredibly natural, bro. Honestly.
Again, like I suppose everyone's good at something, and it's just about finding your niche. Going back to the school thing, that's what school should be. School should be
Helping you
identifying what you're good at. Is it basketball? Is it ballet? Is it bricklaying? Whatever it is, school should be the place where you identify what you're good at, and then, you know, pursue it after that. But again, we're going back. So yeah, I realized I was good at this. I enjoyed it. And so I was like, you know what, man, this is what I want to do, man. Forget, life's too short. Having gone through what I've gone through, to pursue this kind of like 9-to-5 rat race. I'm glad I've always been quite aware of that whole thing as well. So
your first professional gig was Ben TV, Nigerian Sports Channel.
My first professional presenting thing was... Yeah, from the top of my mind, I think so, man. I was getting paid for,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that I was getting paid for.
So then, so where did that lead to? Like, how did you, like, was it like tough, like overcoming the whole Crohn's thing? And
at this point, I was blessed. I was like, cool, man, just ride with the punches. I got this bag now, my swag bag, and I'm chilling with it, man. And I feel better. Like it's the whole condition is at the back of my mind now.
Okay.
Because it was at the forefront before, because it impacted every aspect of my life.
I'm saying, So you overcame that, and now
and I was feeling good. I was like, bro, now we just, you know, well, to be honest, it was more of a mental thing afterwards rather than physical. Because I was like, number one, why this happened to me? Number two, all my friends, I'm seeing them like succeed, whatever success is, you know, wives, houses, cars, this metric that society tells us is success.
This is what I'm saying, all those things, man.
Yeah, man, in my mind, I'm still like, shit, man, I'm 26 years old. I don't have a damn thing to my name.
Yeah.
And it's tough, man.
At 26, you're at that point?
Yeah, it's 26, 27.
Yeah.
I was working in retail as well simultaneously whilst trying to do this like creative thing. I worked on Carnaby Street in Size, in Vans. I worked as a manager at a poke store. You know what a poke is? The Hawaiian bowl with raw fish.
Yeah, of course.
I was a manager of one of those.
Yeah, because you was a vegan when I first met you.
Is it?
Yeah, he was a
I don't
vegan.
even remember, bruv.
Yeah, because remember, I had my shop,
I was a flexitarian, bruv.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I missed that place. Gabagoos, man.
Gabagoos, man. But you came.
Them chips, man.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what I'm saying? I thought you were going to have something ready for me when I got here, bro. What's going on, man? Where the sandwiches at?
We're trying to bring it back, man. It's a podcast pattern right now, man. You know what I mean? We'll bring the food back soon, man. But, now the first time I met you, I'm sure you must remember it, but you was...
Yeah, I gave you the poster.
Yeah, and you know what? I was meant to bring it today. I was meant to put it here as part of the visual, but I forgot.
That's blessed, man.
I forgot, bro.
Yeah, no, so you mentioned Vice.
That's not that's where that little interaction we had, and that poster, like, because for me, not to make it about me, but like I've always smoked a lot of weed in it, and I've always tried to stop and ended up starting and stopping, and then that was a sign for me, because if you I have to edit in the picture of this thing.
Yeah, it's calm, yeah.
It's a picture of a woman. It was from Vice. I don't know if it was a documentary they ever done, because I've tried to look it up. They don't exist. And it's a woman's lips with red lipstick, and she's putting her finger on her tongue, and it's like tar from a cigarette in it.
Yeah.
It could be anything. And then the title is Taste Butts. Yeah. So, but it's a very striking visual, and I put it on my wall, and it's like I'll be skunked off my face on my sofa, bro, thinking I need to stop, you know what I mean? And I'd look at this picture, and it was always a sign to me, like, taste buds, like I can taste, you know, like when you smoke, smokers will know, man, like you just taste like shit, bro, you know what I mean? Sorry, man, and
don't apologize, bro.
Yeah,
because that was a poignant. That was our first ever interaction.
Yeah,
bro.
and then obviously every time I look at that, I'll think of Moeed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and then obviously it's like, as time's gone on, it's like, I've noticed you, I've seen you, you're just going and going and going. You don't.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. You mentioned Vice, obviously. So I was working at Island Poker. This story's mad.
Yeah.
So
I've got all the notes here. I'm gonna bring that. Trust me, I'm gonna hit up these in a minute.
Oh yeah. Bro.
But no, go.
Do you want me to touch on it now?
Yeah, do what you guys do.
Yeah. So I was working at Island Poker as a manager, and I was getting sick, man. I was just rat race. I'm just about vibes. I just like to vibe. I like to chill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just like to go with the flow. But these men are just moving militant. I had an Eastern European manager of the store, and I was the assistant manager, and she was just too militant, bruv. And I was like, man, I'm just vibes in it, man. Why are you so like regimented, bruv?
Yeah.
And then it just got a bit mad, and I was like, I'm done with this place. But I didn't have anything lined up. I didn't know what to do. And so at the time, there's this scheme called the London Borough of Culture. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah, I've
so
heard of
every
it.
year, a borough in London can apply to be the London Borough of Culture, and if they win it, they bid, they get like a bursary or get like an amount of money to put on events throughout the year, celebrating the culture of that borough. And so I think it got announced Brent, which is where I'm from, Northwest London, was the Borough of Culture for 2020.
Yep, I've got this something saying.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I learned this shit this morning.
Yeah, because now I think it's Croydon or something, or like
Croydon?
I think it's Croydon. It was Lewisham, Croydon, Lewisham.
So
Brent
got the
So Brent got it for 2020, and so leading up to that, obviously they put the bid together. They've been working on it since like 2018. And my sister at the time was the head of the Brent Youth Parliament, so she had a big say in like the whole thing. So she gave me a heads up that, yo, like, you're on this creative thing, like, they're collaborating with Vice. So one thing I'm going to let you know is like, when you work alone in the creative industry, you get a bit of a chip on your shoulder. And I had a big chip on my shoulder. I was like, I've come this far by myself. I don't want to work with anybody. I'm not going to lower my standards, which is obviously a very toxic trait to have, and it's not the right mentality to have. But at the time, obviously, the position was for researcher on this project, Vice and Brent. I was like, I'm a fucking researcher. Who do you think I am, bro? Do I look like a fucking researcher? Am I 17 years old? I ain't worked this hard to be a fucking researcher. Mind my language, I apologize, I'm fasting, sorry. But that's how I felt. I was like, who do you think I am? I'm not a waste man. Bro, you're moving mad, researcher. And then I had to humble myself. I had a frank conversation with myself. I didn't apply for it anyway, the deadline went. Then again, like I said, I mentioned I played the saxophone. I was at a music school, and my music teacher was a very good friend of mine, Keir, Mr. Crawley. He sent me, like, they get a teacher newsletter, right? And he's like, yo, look, there's this position at Vice. I looked at it, I was like, nah, man.
Same position?
Same position.
Okay.
I was like, nah, bro, it's a researcher. And then also, at the time, it was like 18 to 25. And I was like 26, 27.
Yeah.
Now I don't care when I'm 30. I'm 32 now. I still apply for stuff like that, bro. But anyway, just apply for everything.
Pass for that, I reckon.
Yeah, but they just say those ages for no reason. Anyway, so I was 27. I was like, oh, I can't really apply for it. I was making excuses. Then my mum sent it to me finally.
Someone else, separately.
Third person.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, let me read it again. They extended the deadline again for the third time because they hadn't found anyone. And my mum sent it to me the night before the deadline. I was like, you know what, cool. I just made a one-page CV and I sent it and I went to work the next day. Next day I get a phone call. It's the production team from Vice, like, let's have an interview. I was like, sick, yeah, let's have an interview, whatever. So there's a place called the Brent Civic Centre, which features in Avengers, by the way, Avengers 2. But I had an interview there. They hollered me next day, yeah, we want you to have the job, and the rest was history, bro. I was lit. And my goal, my change in mindset was like, once you're in these companies, you can move sideways, you can meet people. It's all about networking. Like you said, I like to network. I just had to get rid of that ego.
That's one thing I've noticed about you, because when you just take one look at your Instagram grid and you just connected with so many different people and just constantly working with people. Yeah, I've noticed that. I was like, yeah, this is networking.
It's important, man. Network is your net worth.
100%.
That's what they say, man. You're not. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
So is this Vice Brent thing? Is that got to do with Vent?
Yes.
Podcast?
So it's Vent podcast, exactly. Yeah. So we end up making like 100 podcasts over the year 2019, 2020, end of 2019, the whole of 2020.
And what was your role in that?
So I came on as a researcher. Then I realized, wow, this guy can do everything, bro. So I'd made those YouTube videos, obviously transferable skills. I ended up like basically producing one aspect of the podcast.
Wow.
So we had two branches. There was like a weekly podcast where they do like a roundtable conversation with journalists. We picked like young presenters from Brent, and they'd like interview them about things that were like affecting young people in London or the world. And the other avenue was like documentaries where they'd like do in-depth like documentaries about particular things. So I was working mostly on the weekly one, but I'd be involved in the other one as well. And I'd basically set up the studio, record it, edit it, and put it out. And yeah, man, I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot about these big production companies. I learned about politics in the workplace. I learned about red tape. I learned about all the lines you have to jump over, or like the red paper, what's it called, the red tape and all that nonsense. But it was a great experience, man. I still got loads of friends from Vice.
And then that one...
Yeah, Podcast of the Year.
3 awards. Podcast of the Year one,
yeah? Yeah, we won. In total, we won about 7 awards.
British Podcast Awards.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal.
Yeah, it was mad, bro. It was
That's
mad.
a serious thing. That's a British Podcast Award. That's not like
That's the biggest award ceremony. Yeah,
For
yeah, for podcasting. Yeah,
and it won 3 awards.
At that one, and there's another one called the Arias, and I think we won 3 awards at that as well.
Jeez. And you was a producer on that.
I'd say so. Yeah. I was part of the team. I'd say I was a producer. Yeah. I'd say I was a producer. One thing I've learned, I have to touch upon this because it's.
I mean, impossible. I saw you in the pictures, man. I saw you all up in the pictures. You know what I mean? With the awards.
I still got one of the awards. Yeah,
you must. There you go. So you must have been involved, bro. That's what I'm going off. I don't know about your official title. You was in the picture with the people, with the awards on your shit. You get what I mean?
It's mad, isn't it? Because you see all these people on stage, on Instagram, on YouTube, like Corrupt FM, like presented me one award. Then I end up doing like an interview with them. ZZ Mills and that Sideman brother present me with an award. You know, Fern Cotton, who I used to watch on CBBC or whatever, is sitting in front of me.
Big people, man.
Like Snoochie Shy was like there. I was in the VIP with them. Like it was mad, bro. And they're all just blessed, normal people.
Normal people, innit?
I think imposter syndrome is something we all suffer with in the creative industry, especially because you see all these people doing cool things. But bro, they're all the same as us, man.
100%.
Obviously, you get dickheads every now and again, but I think that a majority of people in this industry are happy to have a conversation, are happy to respond to an email. Like I was afraid to even contact people, email people, but now when people email me, I'm more than happy to respond. So yeah, just a bit of advice, man. Just talk to everybody, send emails. What's the worst that's gonna happen? You're not gonna hit back.
That's quality.
Yeah.
So all right, so that's what I'm saying. That's one of your big achievements, I would say.
Yeah.
Another thing I've got written here, you're modeling, bro. So this guy is a model, bro. Like,
I don't know, man.
You know what I mean?
I hate that title,
You couldn't already tell, you know what I mean?
I hate that title,
You hate that title, but bro, I've
learned you have to kind of own it, but I just say I do photo shoots and stuff, but I just find it a bit cringe, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I hear you.
It's a bit cringe, man.
I hear you.
Cause, yeah, I just
got
find
it in your bio, though.
Oh, I had to. My manager told me how to do that.
So,
and it's at the end. I made sure it's at the end. It's like podcast and present up.
Model, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Not to like, bro. So you've worked with Vogue, India. Yeah, I saw that.
Of course, if you didn't. Yeah.
But that's a big deal, though. Vogue is.
So Vogue, British Vogue and Vogue India. I've been in both.
British Vogue as well. Yeah.
I've been in both. Not with them directly, but obviously I did shoots and they like featured in there.
Yeah. But I saw you you had a big spread on Vogue India, innit?
Yeah, as in I was in it. Like there's a picture of me and they had like a little write up and stuff.
Yeah. Virgin Atlantic.
Yeah, I did a shoot with them.
You did a shoot with Virgin Atlantic. Dazed are pretty big, bro.
Dazed. What did I do with them, bro?
You don't even remember this. I'm saying but they got like 1.7 million. Dazed must be Dazed and Confused.
It's the magazine.
I used to know the editor of Dazed.
What did I do with them, bro?
Bro, I don't know. You had some photo shoot with Dazed Fashion, bro. Dazed Fashion, bro. Yeah.
I don't even remember, bro. Bro, maybe that was the same. I don't know. I'll have to research that. I don't even remember. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nah, because I went on your highlights, your modeling highlights, and then I was like skipping through them. I was like, no, hold on. Let me actually check these posts.
Yeah.
So everyone I've checked, I'm like, big brands. Just big brands all over the gaff.
Yeah,
so let me note these brands down. And also there's other brands like that really we should probably be talking about them and pushing them. Kids of the diaspora and stuff like that.
Yeah. Shout out Lenny, man.
Yeah, man. But it's just I'm just using the bigger brands to show that you can.
I'm very particular who I work with, man.
Yeah.
If you can't even tell, bro.
Yeah, of course. We're gonna get to trust me.
Yeah. I'm very particular. Like I've walked out of shoes before. And the money's good, man. And I'm walking to the train station and I'm vexed, bruv. But as in, for me, I don't know why, I don't know how, maybe it's my family, but man, morals over money, conscience over cash, man, always, man. And it's, like I've been in shoots and obviously with my health, I was at a shoot and they asked me to like promote this health product and I've never taken it. And I was like, look, man, I don't have a big following, but a lot of people like look to me and if I say I take this product and it doesn't work for them, they're gonna be accountable. I haven't taken it, do you know what I'm saying? So I had to like leave and...
Just touching on that, Rimmel man.
Rimmel.
Rimmel. The women's...
my days, bro.
I didn't know they done a men's line.
That's embarrassing. That was my first ever shoot.
Beards and colouring beards and hairlines and that.
Thankfully I don't need it, but...
Cool. I just checked
No, bro. That was the first. So that was the first ever shoot I did after my surgery.
Oh, right. Okay.
And they randomly found me, and I had a casting with 50 other guys. I was the first one. And I was like, man, I'm never gonna get this, bro. Like, it was a point where I had a bad body dysmorphia because I just had my surgery. I was like, I got a fucking bag, bro. I was like, I'm meant to be in this. How am I doing this? But like you said, I was just myself. I was wearing like a patta top that I'd bought, and the director liked it, and we were chatting about that. We got on really well, just being myself. Bruv, they were like, we like you a lot, and I was the first one in. They hollered me the next day saying, yeah, we want you to be in the shoot, man. Yeah. And I was gassed, man, but I was very nervous at the time because even on the day I was like, yo, man, like I've got a stoma. I don't really want to take my top off. He's like, don't worry about it, man. You'll be fine. That was the biggest shoot I done. They hired this whole like converted church. There was catering. There was photographers. There was people from around the world.
Rimmel had it?
Yeah, Rimmel. Yeah,
big brand, man.
That was funny, that one. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, and then I saw you've been on BBC, you've been on Channel 4.
Yeah,
I'm just touching on all the stuff that I've seen you do, bro. And there's still more stuff. There's still other things. This is within the realm of, I think, your modelling stuff.
Yeah, as in...
Dragon's Den, I saw you on.
Yeah, I did Dragon's Den.
Dragon's Den, yeah.
Yeah, no, I did the Channel 4 was like a TV show called Unique Boutique, and they made me like a custom suit. Yeah. Which was really cool, man, yeah. Cause
like a suit, like a
suit, because I don't really wear suits like that. Like my fashion is like this.
Yeah.
But because suits are very formal and tight, if I'm being honest, and I don't like tight, especially with my stoma around the waist.
Yes.
So they made me a suit with like an elastic waistband and like pulls like a tracksuit suit.
Sick.
It was sick, bruv. Yeah. It was really cool, man. I really that was a good experience as well. And yeah, man, the thing about me is that, like I don't take the modeling thing. I take it seriously when I'm there. But I'm not like begging it, if that makes sense. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of castings, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I tend to get it because I'm not pressuring myself, or I'm just myself.
You're not too keen.
And if I get it, that's because they like me for me. I'm not trying to put on a facade. I'm not trying to be something I'm not.
Absolutely.
If I don't get it, I'm not what they're looking for. That's fine. I know that I was myself. I'm true to myself. And there's nothing more I could have done.
How did you get the gigs? Is it through an agency or you just...
Yeah, I've got a couple of agents now.
Okay, you've got agents,
I got a couple of agents and they like send me stuff and
cool.
I do casting and all that.
Nice, man. Sick. So, what else have we got here? Oh, South Asian Creative. Yes.
Jeez, yeah, that's my thing, man. That's my baby, man. That's my baby. South Asian Creative. So when I was like establishing myself in the creative industry, I was tired of going to East London.
What country are you from? You didn't tell us.
My parents are from Kashmir.
Kashmir.
Yeah, Kashmiri. Yeah. So both of them are from there. Yeah. And so, yeah, man, pure blood.
Pakistan, yeah. Is that not Kashmir? You lot are quite...
Let's take a few steps back.
Yeah, tell me.
So it's a very
Iranian.
touchy subject.
Yeah, I don't know.
So the Bengal split, 1947, Britain, as they did around the world, mashed things up. As we've seen in Palestine, they just give away land that doesn't belong to them. Anyway, they came and they drew a line through India and made Pakistan and India. And there's this little bit in the middle, which is now known as Kashmir, and it's split into 3 sections. So China have a section, India have a section, and Pakistan have a section. Yeah. So I live on the Pakistani side of Kashmir, but my dad and my granddad are very like Kashmir, free Kashmir.
The whole
thing. They're part of the Jammu Kashmir's People National Party in the UK. Wow, okay. My granddad goes there and he's like a political figure and people go to him, like he's all about Kashmir. And so it's always been drilled in me from when I was young. You're Kashmiri. You're Kashmiri. And a lot of people say, you mean Pakistan? I'm like, brother, did I say Pakistan? How can you tell me what I mean? Relax, my guy, relax. Absolutely. So yeah, obviously I live on the Pakistani side of Kashmir. That's because there is no airport in Kashmir. There's no passport. There's no governing body. Pakistan governs my side. China governed their bit and India governed their bit. And so
So prior to the colonization thing...
It didn't exist.
It didn't exist.
From my understanding, it didn't exist. It was all India. It was all India. It was all India.
Okay.
And then they did the little line. They left a little bit in the middle, and then it was like whoever can run the furthest gets the most kind of thing.
Okay, absolutely.
And so yeah, we land in Islamabad, and we have to drive like 2.5 hours over the border. And my grandparents have like a house there, and I've been back a few times. And yeah, man, it's a very humbling, very touching experience. You know, you forget you live in the West, man, and everyone's so hostile, bro. You go there and these people never met me, but they're like, oh, you're his grandson, you're his dad, you're his son. Come, sit down, food, feast, money, whatever you need. Hospitality. And I think that's a big thing in like the minority diaspora.
Eastern cultures, isn't it?
Like the Far East or like South Asia, even like Africa, the Caribbean. Like they're all very welcoming and hospitable. Brother, like here, it's not like that, man. It's not like that. And I suppose even people that have grown up here, like in our culture, like I'd find it hard to invite a random person into my yard because it's London. London's dodgy. But you go there, man, they'll let anyone into their yard. Come, sit, meet my family. This is my pet cat, whatever, bruv. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, so my parents are from Kashmir.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. And that's good that's what I'm saying. You educated us. Because to me, if I hear that, I just assume...
What, the clothing?
I don't even know the clothing.
Kashmir, Kashmir, it's like a wool or something.
Oh, Kashmir. Is that where it's from?
Fabric. Bruv, apparently, I think they are, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't actually know.
It sounds the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What else have I got here? Let's get into but we was touching on a little bit of politics. I mean, it's not a political
Jeez,
podcast.
yeah, I hear
But
you.
obviously, you got your badge, you got your scarf. You know what I mean?
My kafaya, man.
Yeah,
Wear
man.
it every day.
And I saw on your TikTok you've got a couple viral videos that have been blocked.
Yeah, man, the audio got cut, man.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I think it's because...
What is that?
You know, I think it was Universal. They
Is
stopped.
it the whole sound?
Yeah,
or
the
the
sound
music
thing.
on
I
it?
think in the background I had a bit of music.
Oh,
Da,
right.
da, 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 da,
Okay.
da,
So it weren't the politics then?
I don't think, well, who knows, man?
Yeah.
Who knows? But it said the audio is copyrighted. Well, I'm vexed as well, man, because that was a good video.
Yeah,
it was, with a young Jewish guy.
Tell us,
and he was talking about, obviously, if you guys don't know, in Palestine right now, there's like a genocide going on.
Yeah.
Well, people are oblivious to this stuff, man. People watch the news and they like...
I hear you, yeah, go on.
Do you know what I'm saying? So obviously in Palestine, there's a genocide going on right now, and it's been crazy, man. It's been like 75 years of illegal occupation. Basically, in 1917, there's something called the Balfour Declaration. And what it was is this random brother just said, you know what, you can have this land. It's like me saying, oh, by the way, guys, you can take Vala's house. Who am I to tell you can do that? So anyway, so...
Is it a British man?
Yeah, he's a Balfour, Lord Balfour, Wasteman Balfour.
Yeah.
Anyway, so these man, that's what, it goes back to the whole colonialist thing. Obviously, Britain, you know, the sun never set on the British Empire. That's a saying, because no matter where you are in the world, the sun is always shining on a part of the world that Britain owned.
Okay.
That's a saying, the sun never set on the British Empire.
That.
Yeah, literally 24 hours, there's sun where...
Yeah.
Because we had everything. Well, we had everything, they had everything.
Yeah.
So anyway, 1917, the Balfour Declaration, Zionism, which is like basically like the establishment of like a Jewish-only state. I think the important distinction to start off with is like Zionism and Judaism. I feel are two very separate things. Judaism, Zionists act on the guise that they're doing this for Judaism when it's not. And most of the people that I go on protests with or that are against it are actually Jewish themselves. I think there's a big conflation between the two. And Zionism, in my opinion, is like comparing Islam to ISIS or Islam to Al-Qaeda.
Okay.
They say they do their things in the name of Islam, but it's wrong. Just like Zionism is wrong. So anyway, they're like, cool, we'll settle on this land. Then obviously the Holocaust happened, which is obviously horrible. But then all these like Eastern European Jews and all these American Jews had nowhere to go. So they're like, cool, safe, we'll go to this land. And then you expect a response, man. If someone's coming to my yard and taking my stuff.
Well, they must have been enabled somehow, right?
Yeah, well, obviously they were backed by the US. They were backed by Britain.
Because I mean, I agree with majority of stuff you're saying. I've just got my own take on it. But what I think is a conspiracy, and people get cancelled for this type of shit. But
what is it? I want to know.
Well, what I think. I think. Well, it's like this stuff is like it's like prophecy.
The red heifer thing. Have you heard about that?
What's that?
Brother, I saw some mad videos the other day. These men in Israel are like breeding red cows. So they've got some red cows sent from America. And basically there's this like prophecy of the return of the Messiah. And they have to sacrifice a red cow in this like temple. In Jerusalem, in somewhere in Palestine, Israel.
So
and then the Messiah returns. And it's the end of days, bro.
Yeah, according to like all the mainstream Abrahamic faiths, like they will have their own version of this type of prophecy in it. Now, whether we believe it or you don't, whatever you think, there are people that are actively, a lot of people in power, like the Israeli, like Netanyahu, for example, he has spoke about this on the news, that what they believe is that they want to take over the Holy Land, right, which is in Palestine, and they want to build the Temple of Solomon.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
So the current holy site is the Al-Aqsa Mosque, right?
Yes.
So essentially they need to destroy that, and that's the whole purpose of them trying to take over Gaza is so that they can take over that land, build the Temple of Solomon, and await their Messiah, right? Which is essentially the Jewish Messiah. But again, Zionism is a very warped version.
Yeah, man. It's just basically what they're doing with Gaza is they're wrecking it because they're building. They want to extract all the gas and stuff.
And there's obviously all of that stuff.
No, because the Al-Aqsa is in the West Bank.
Okay,
yeah. Sorry, in the West Bank. So
correct me where I'm wrong, innit?
Yeah, I've seen loads of videos about that. And look, man, like at first I was helpless, man. I was like, what can I do from here? Like, all these people are getting... Bro, I saw a video yesterday, 4 men just walking on the street and they just droned them.
Yeah,
it's like playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's
These
crazy.
men are playing Call of Duty. And we're just sitting here like, what can we do? It's because everyone's bought off. It's not about humanity anymore. It's about money. It's about power. And slowly people... That's why America, or the Zios, are trying to buy TikTok. Because that's how it's waking people up. People are posting on it and they're trying to APAC, the American...
And that's what I was saying, as in when you're talking about the World War I, World War II, the Holocaust and all these things, I'm not saying that these things didn't happen and didn't occur. I'm saying that the people that were engineering these events are the same people.
Bro, the reason why they sent them to Palestine, the Jews, is because they didn't want them in Europe. There's a racist colonial... They're like, what they should have done is given Germany to the Jewish people, but instead they were like, nah, we don't want the Jews in Europe. Why would we want that? Let's send them over there.
Yeah.
So they wanted to get them out of Europe and put them there, and then the whole war broke out. And now my thought process is they're trying to use Israel as like a base for the West to control that area, basically.
Yeah, that's what it is, because they believe it's a significance to that land. And what it is, they're using like the common Jewish folk, right? That's like their, like they target their own with, I believe, with the like if we think the propaganda's
bad,
the media manipulation,
it's mad,
what they do to their own, and that's how so many people that claim like an affinity to like Zionism or Judaism, they're radicalized by that. You know what I mean? It's like a radicalization. Obviously, thankfully, there's a lot of them that they don't feel that, and then they come and step out on marches with you. But that's where it's like, it's understanding who the enemy is, isn't it? Do you know what I'm trying to say? In this battle, essentially. Because
it's just long, man. Just free Palestine, that's what I have to say.
Yeah.
And man, don't worry, man. My kids, everyone's gonna know, man. It's unjust and it's wrong.
But how do you feel? So you're saying we can't battle, like we can't. We're just helpless. So what? So what? We're just helpless then?
As in terms of what we're meant to do, watching these people get slaughtered every day. But what we can do is educate people. I spoke to Sean King. You know Sean King?
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I spoke to Sean King. Yeah, he's been Muslim now.
Yeah.
Even me, man. Like, my whole Crohn's thing, I was like, F God, doesn't exist.
Imagine you're thinking,
Bruv, nah, man, don't exist. Why is this happening to me? I'm not gonna. And then, bruv, you won't even understand. I was like, there's no way on earth I'm praying. There's no way on earth I believe in anything. Bruv, watching this Palestinian thing, bro, I started praying again.
Yeah, same.
I pray 5 times a day, bro, for the past 2 weeks.
Smashing it. Yeah.
Can you believe?
Especially.
Brother, 1 year ago, I would have said, you're mad, bro. Are you mentally ill? Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm keeping all my fasts. I've never fasted properly or with intention.
What's it like fasting with the bag and that?
I was blessed, man. Yeah. It's easier, to be honest, man. And plus, I'm trying to lose a bit of weight as well, man. Moment on the lips, lifetime on the hips, they say, bro.
Okay.
And I got a sweet tooth, bro.
Yeah,
I love me a pastry, man. So yeah, as in I'm fasting, I'm feeling good. It's just the thirst, isn't it? The thirst is more than anything. I'm moving for water, thirst for water.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, no bad bees.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, bro, watching them and then like I saw a video of this guy and his brother is dead next to him and he's like, God shall suffice. I was like, how can these possible people in the face of adversity, in the face of complete destruction and annihilation, have such faith in this entity? So I started just looking into it, man. And all my siblings are younger than me and they're on their deen. They all pray and stuff. And I always thought, man, you can never be a cool Muslim kind of thing. But that's a lie, bro. Yeah, like, you can still dress swaggy. You can still be a cool person. I always thought that you had to be like, nah, man, everyone sins in their own way. No one's perfect, man. The main thing is that you believe in something. And, man, more people than ever are reverting back to Islam. Because obviously it's not converting. It's, you know, Islam believes that everyone's born a Muslim, you just stray away and then you come back. And bro, man, I'm willing to explore and put my time into it, man. And I was trying all these Western things that they've stole from Asia, like the meditation and all these kind of things. I was like, bro, I've got my own version of meditation right in front of me. 100%. Let me try it, man. So I got the little app on my phone. I'm trying to do my 5 prayers. For years ago, I was like, man, why would I want to pray 5 times a day? That's a waste of time. Bro, it takes like 5 minutes. Man, them go outside and smoke for longer on their break.
100%. Nah, I've been since the beginning of the year. I don't do 5. I've been definitely hitting 2.
Do as many as you can, and it takes time, man. The only reason I do 5 is like I'm the type of personality that has to go all in. If that makes sense.
100%. I hear you.
So I don't do, as in, like yesterday I didn't do all 5, I did like 3. And like today today's Jummah. Do you know what I'm saying? So you got to pray. Yeah. Like I try and go to the mosque on Fridays.
Yeah, that's what it meant to do.
Yeah. Again, like I said, bro, the only time I ever went to a mosque was for a funeral or for Eid.
Mental, yeah.
So one time a year if I'm lucky. Yeah. Bro, I've been more times in the past 3 months, 2 months than I've been in my entire life put together. Mashallah, it's mad, isn't it?
Mashallah, bro.
But everyone has their own time, man. And this is not me preaching to anyone. Everyone has to find their own path and it will take as long as it needs to take. But like that whole Palestine thing, nah, man. I was like, yo, what can I do? How do I do it? This faith that they're showing is
so getting closer
unwavering.
To God, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, it's weird for me even saying it, but yes. Yes, bro.
Yeah, I know,
bro, I've been praying, yeah, and then afterwards I sit there, I'm like, yo, like, what's going on in the world, man? I'm in tears, bruv.
Yeah.
But I got tears in my eyes.
I'm like, I'm probably worse than you. Like, not to say worse is the wrong word, but in that respect. Trust me, like, bro, man, come on,
bro,
man.
honestly, man, I've had tears in my eyes. I'm like, grown man crying, but it's blessed, man. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm really embracing it, and
yeah, man, you got to keep your spirit strong. You got to keep your spirit positive. You got to keep your faith strong.
The main thing is for me is like, how can there be no justice in this world? These people are doing this. Like, there must be a way. Like, how do they face justice? And obviously, in Islam, you believe, like, this is just a test and whatever. Like, something's going to happen afterwards.
Yeah.
I was like, bruv, that better be true, man. Otherwise, I'll be vexed when I die, bruv.
Yeah,
I'll be like, fam.
Nah, don't worry, man. God knows what he's doing. That's what you have to always remember that.
At first, like, I'm not going to lie. I was like, man, are you man mental, bruv? There's a brother in the sky that just invented this whole thing. Like, you guys mentally ill.
I mean, that's just the one way of looking at it. But
now I'm just like, man, bro, who knows, man? Like, why not?
Yeah, man.
That took a tangent, sorry, man.
No, don't be sorry, bro. At all, bro. It's just it's the stuff I like. I like this stuff. Yeah, I think it's fundamental. I think God's in control. Everything's happening for a reason. I think maybe with social media and all this stuff, we're way more exposed to what we can actually see. The atrocities of war that have existed from the beginning of time. Obviously now they got more technology and we're you know what I mean? So they're just blowing stuff up like you're saying Call of Duty. But in terms of like atrocity of war and evil existing, these things have existed from the beginning of time, bro. Do you know? Well, maybe not the beginning of time, but wars have been going on for thousands of years, bro.
It's mad. It's even to think like we're so desensitized to it, and games like Call of Duty make it like a game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
but we're desensitized, but then at the same time, we see the videos and then we break down.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, because you're seeing a kid suffering and you're seeing people that have lost their families and all sorts of mad stuff. You're seeing limbs all over the place and you're not used to seeing that, innit?
Gen Z is going to change things, man, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Like this new generation, they're active, bro. They're on the front line.
That's it, bro.
And although I don't agree with some of the mad
we're
shit
part of that, man. Trust me, man.
We're definitely part of that. No, as in, I'm talking, but these Gen Zers, they're mad.
Yeah.
Bro, they are on stuff.
They're on that Bane thing, like
they're on stuff,
born
man.
In the
bro, I am born in the shadows, wherever the darkness.
Yeah, I was saying.
I know, I was born in it. Yeah, bro. They're active, man, and I respect it, man. They're doing
man,
bits.
In terms of justice and that, bro, like my thing is just like, you're where you are, innit? Or we are where we are. So we have to do what we can do within our world and our environments, bro. Yeah. And use our influence and use our spirits to like,
Facts.
If it's justice you're after, go get the justice, bro, you know? And whatever you think is needed, do it in your world. And if you're powerful enough and if it's meant for you, it's a ripple effect, isn't it?
100%, man.
You drop a pebble in the water.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And it's all written anyway, man. Everything's written, man. If you truly believe in God, this is all written. We're just experiencing it in our paradigm of free will and, you know what I mean? Which is the reality, but I believe in a place outside of space and time. This is all written, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So you gotta stay positive, man, and just keep pushing. Cool. So, boom. What are you doing? What are you up to right now?
Boy,
you were late today.
A little bit, unfortunately.
Tell us why.
I pride myself in punctuality, to be honest.
Nah, I hear you.
But it was an opportunity I had to like.
This is a segue not into why. More,
so yeah, no.
Not to discipline you for lateness, more to so you can tell us about.
Me, man, boy.
Nah. Pause. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the same, man. Boy, what's going on there?
More to segue you into telling us where you was, bro.
I think it's important to preface what you said. I think it's important to take opportunities when they arise. And so there's a bunch of YouTubers that I watch called The Big Six, and they were having like a live meet. I knew I wouldn't be able to go for it basically, because they said meet at 1 and I had to be here for 2. So I was like, let me roll up there early and
Said it proper casually though, just a bunch of YouTubers.
Yeah, they're blessed, man. I watch them regularly.
Who are they? What are they?
They're football YouTubers, and they're the Big Six, so a member representing each of the Big Six clubs: Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, United, and Man City. And so they're having a live. Yeah, come on, Arsenal.
Come on, Arsenal.
But yeah, anyway, I digress, man. I got PTSD from Arsenal, so let's not get too
What
excited.
did you support?
Arsenal, bro.
Yeah, come on, bro, man. We're top of the league, bro.
PTSD, bro.
Yeah, I know.
What happened last
that
season?
the PTSD is
What
real.
happened last season, bro? Let's not even talk
man.
about it, man. Arsenal.
We're coming this year, man.
Shut the bed, bro.
I'm telling you, this season is different. Go on anyway.
Yeah, inshallah. That's why I started praying, bro.
Trust me, yeah.
Can we win the league? Can we win the league?
With Champions League, I think we've got. I don't know if we've got the league. Champions League. At what? Champions League, we got it. Remember I said it?
We got Bayern Munich, which I think we can beat. Then we got Madrid or City.
Bro, man, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it.
Cool, man. If we win, I'll be gassed. I'll come straight here to Ace and I'll celebrate with you.
Leave.
Yeah, okay, cool, fine. So,
sorry,
it's all good. So yeah, the Big Six, they had to meet up, and so I went there, but I knew I wouldn't be able to be involved in the actual video because I had commitments to be on this podcast.
And that's why I big you up for that, because that's a big thing, an opportunity, and it's like a lot of people would have potentially flopped me, innit?
Nah, man. I gave my word, innit? And as men, we don't have many things. As Scarface says, man, we got our world and our balls, or whatever he says, our words and our balls.
Scarface, man.
So yeah, I went there and I was like, you know what? If I can't be on the actual video, I'll interview I brought my whole setup, my stand, my mic. I got my little wireless mic, and I went there and I interviewed all of the members of the Big Six individually.
The representatives.
Yeah, and got my own little content, and so then I came straight here.
Quality, man. Quality.
Yeah. Take all opportunities, man. Make things work.
Amazing. And is there anything else that like you're currently working on that you want to talk about?
I want to make documentaries.
Yeah.
So.
Do you know what we yes, hold that thought. But with the South Asian creatives as well, because the Kashmir thing, we got derailed.
Yeah.
So what is that then? Tell us about that, man.
So the South Asian creatives stemmed from the idea that I had to continuously travel, first of all, to other parts of London. I mostly go to like black events, which is great. I love it because it's another minority who are excelling in the creative industry. And right now, you know, they're doing bits, man, and it's fantastic. And I think it's good in such a whitewashed like industry for like young black guys and girls to just kill it, just like Supercell.
Absolutely.
Rap Man just come out with his Netflix flipping series. It's incredible, man. And he spoke about that like 5 years ago, saying, yo, imagine like superheroes but from ends, and now he's like spoken it into reality, and like that kind of stuff I related to. So I'd constantly go to
we hired a studio of black people,
yeah,
man, you know
come
what
on,
I mean?
boys. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I love to see, because it's an industry that is overpopulated with white middle-aged men, middle-class middle-aged men. And so like that's why I'm gassed coming to the studio and seeing the guys, man, in here, like what they've built. Like honestly, it like warms my heart. Because not only is it like populated by that demographic, like for some reason, there's a big imposter syndrome from our minority communities to like be able to establish ourselves in these spheres, you know? But now, man, like we're running things, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like brown people, black people, or people from the diaspora are doing amazing things. And I think slowly, these bigger legacy media are understanding, yo, no one gives a shit about TV.
Yeah.
It's all about YouTube, it's all about podcasts, and they're trying to get us involved now.
So you felt...
So I felt isolated, man. So I went to, like, bruv, on TV, who am I watching? I'm watching Reggie Yates. I'm watching Lizzo from Newsround. And I'm watching Connie Huck from Blue Peter. That's the only 3 references I had.
I hear that.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I was like, look, I'm working at Vice now. This is like Vice Times. I was like, how do I inspire like the next gen? Not only that, because I didn't want to travel to South and East. I wanted to be in Northwest. That was the first thing. And then I wanted like brown people there. Obviously, anyone's welcome to come, but it's like the interviewees, the people we interview are like of South Asian heritage. And so I was like, this is my idea. And then I met...
And South Asia, technically, what is that referring to?
Oh, like Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, obviously Kashmir, where I'm from. I think that's it.
Yeah. Cool.
That whole area, yeah. And so look, I got to do something. So I've been thinking about it for maybe 2 years. And then at this point, I went to like a Vice party. They do loads of screenings at the Everyman in like Broadgate Circle. And there's one brother there, another brown guy. Anyway, I'm talking to Mim Sheikh. You know Mim Sheikh? He's a broadcaster. Obviously, we know each other a little bit through someone. And I told him about my idea. He's like, you should chat to this guy called Daniel. And he's the guy I do it with now. We chatted and I was like, this is my idea. And he's like, yo, like, I want to do something as well. So then we put on the first event
was that Box Park?
Box Park, Wembley, but it was for March 2020.
Which
and
was
obviously COVID happened.
Literally.
So it got delayed until November 2021.
Wow.
That's when we did the first event. And yeah, it was cool, man. It was really good. I held a panel and then he did a talk and the reception was fantastic. And I applied for a bursary and I got a bit of funding so we could pay the people who came.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was great. And then we've done the second one now. I'm in the process of doing the third one. And, you know, we're trying to upgrade to like we've got bigger guests now, which is great. We've got a bigger budget. Like the last one, I got 5K for the event. So I had to like split that. And for me, it's not about me. I didn't make any money off it. I spent almost 2 bags on the visuals. I had 2 photographers, and then we paid all of the acts as well. And then I got a little photo booth, you know, when you press the button, you can stand and take fucking photos and shit.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. So for me, it's more about the experience. And now people
Producing a good event, basically.
People are harassing me now, saying, when's the next one?
Yeah.
So we're in the process of doing that, man. And yeah, bro, that was the main thing, like to share the blueprint for the younger generation, for people who are older, who want to break into it, who want to change careers, change career path. It's possible, it's a feasible career to have. You can make money from it, and just because there's no one that looks like us that are doing it doesn't mean it's not available. And that's also another thing, shed light on the trailblazers that clearly don't get enough limelight in the mainstream to show people, yo, people are doing cool shit, man.
Big time. Yeah, that's sick, man. That's sick. Keep going, bro.
You have to come to the next one.
100%. Yeah, I don't even know why I didn't make it to the first. It's that COVID time. That whole period was a bit.
Yeah, and then I had another one. March last year was the second one. Ideally, I want to do like 4 a year, and then tour it as well. So like, do one in Manny, do one in Leicester, do one in like Glasgow, do one in Birmingham. That's what I'd like to do. So, and then like get local artists from Birmingham, get local artists from Manchester, and then like interview them kind of thing. That's I think there's definitely like an avenue for that. And so I'm just like in the process of exploring that.
So that's what you're trying to focus on in terms of...
I'd say it's one thing, it's one of my passions, It's one of my passions. And obviously if it can turn into a bit of a business, it's not about money for me, but if it can turn into something self-sufficient,
100%,
then it can run itself. And then I don't have to like we can get like local presenters from Manny, from those places to host the event. And I'm just like a reference point, like a consultant. I don't have to go. Like there's people who are actually hosting it themselves under the SAC like branch. You know what I'm saying?
Quality, bro. Yeah. Nah, hopefully that goes well for you, man.
Let's see what happens, bro.
Cool, man. So yeah, it feels like we're getting to a bit of a climax, a bit of a, you get what I'm trying to say. So that's going to lead me on to now, obviously, point of view. So 2 questions I like to hit people with. It's only episode 4, you're my 3rd guest, but I'm trying to make this a theme. So yeah, it's like, so what's your perspective? We kind of touched on it with the Palestine stuff. But what's your perspective, if I just asked that question directly, on the current state of humanity and the world?
Boy, rotted, man. You asked me some serious questions.
Yeah.
The current state of humanity, boy. Some days I think we're doomed. On other days there's like a shining light in the background, I'm not going to lie. I think that, we're down, brother, I'm not gonna lie, I say to people, I think we're going down the route of Hunger Games, bro. We're heading down that society, like dystopian. There's going to be them man there and then us lot fighting for scraps. And we're going down that now, man. People are dying because they can't afford heating in their house. There's people who have full-time jobs that have to go to food banks. Down with capitalism, you know what I'm saying?
Big time,
I don't agree with it. I don't think it's a cancer to the world, bruv. It sucks the life out of us. We work 9 to 5 to barely afford to put food on the table. School, the whole system, we're trained to be employees. We're trained to like obey. No one thinks for themselves, but that's where the shining light comes in. I think the younger generation, you know, all those older people are dying out, thankfully. They're all dying out. And that whole mentality would die with them, so hopefully. So this younger generation, like I spoke about before, I think, they're tapped in some ways, don't get me wrong, they're tapped fully. But in other aspects, you know, they're more willing and they're more aggressive to kind of stand up for what's right.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I think you always got to take...
the tap world is going to create...
Yeah, you always got to take the good with the bad, you know. And, you know, tapped, but they're, you know, good in other aspects. And
neurodiverse.
Yeah, bro, there's all these, everyone's everything these days, you know what I'm saying, man?
On the spectrum.
Bro, everyone's on the spectrum, man. Like,
we are the spectrum, man. That's what I like
bro,
to
that's
say.
what I'm trying to say, man. Everyone's trying to diagnose me with something or diagnose you with something or, bro, just be you. Stay true to yourself. And humanity, man, like I said, people, man. We're a species that likes to be amongst others, a community. But one thing we're being trained to do is like hate each other. And the problem or the reason why that is because a separated and a dysfunctional society is a weak society. When we're collective and we're together, we're strong.
Harder to control,
And
man.
we have much more in common, you and I and the people like the middle, the kind of working class people that like hate the immigrants because they're coming over here on like one boat of people and they're stealing all our jobs. Bruv, they're saying that to keep us apart from each other, when in actual fact there's more in common between all of us than it is with them. The people in power. Bro, they get a little money in their account and they vote for who they're told to vote for. Or they pass certain bills, or it's all to suppress us. So, boy, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I think of Guy Fawkes sometimes, and I'm like, rah. I'm not saying blow up. I'm not saying blow up Parliament, but I'm saying there needs to be some sort of revolt, some sort of revolution, and I'm here for it, man. I'll be on the front line when it happens, man.
Come on, man. All right, cool, man. And so that's gonna lead me on to the second part of the question is: so, what do you think your purpose is? You kind of really.
Rah, my purpose.
Within amongst that answer you've just given me.
I think just be.
Moeed, like, what's Moeed's purpose like?
I suppose as life goes on, you learn to understand what you're good at and where your skills lie
That's
at.
what I'm saying.
And I think that it's important to embrace that. It's not arrogant. It's not overconfident. We're all good at something.
Absolutely.
And it takes time to identify what that is. And I've finally identified what mine is. And it's my ability to talk to people, my ability to make people feel comfortable in conversation, make them open up. And so where my role is, I suppose, to just talk to people, man, make them smile, reignite some sort of passion inside of them, make them understand that, yo, if you put your mind to something, you can achieve it. And it's funny I'm saying that because sometimes I doubt that in myself. But you know, just smile at people, communicate with people on the tube, like on the everyday thing. I like to talk to people. If I don't know you, it's calm. We'll just chat. In London, it's hard, man. Everyone's got their head down, headphones in. Like just tunnel vision, like a rat race, like I've mentioned so many times. Like that's not the way to live life, man.
I hear you, man.
You don't live to work, you work to live.
Yeah.
And I think it's important people remember that. And man, I just like to go with the flow, go with the vibe. I'm very unconventional when it comes to that kind of stuff. And it's tough, don't get me wrong, but I'm enjoying it, man, so far.
I think you're doing that, bro. I think you're fulfilling your purpose, bro.
Trying, man.
I think I think you got good things ahead of you. I think great things ahead of you. Still.
Inshallah, as they say.
Genuinely, though, I'm not even just saying it.
Yeah,
carrying on, and that's what. Yeah, when you say that there's obviously the negative side of the world and humanity, but then there's the positive. There's the light, bro. And yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, man. You've got to stay positive, my bro. But love, man.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me, man. Thank you, man.
For giving us the time and coming, bro.
No, it's been blessed, man. I've enjoyed it. Like, shout out to the boys, man. Good setup, man.
Big up, man. Come on, aim me higher, man.
You should be proud of yourselves, man. Honestly, I think it's super important for spaces like this to exist, for young people from the minority backgrounds to understand that they have places like this available to them. So I respect it. I commend you guys. And yeah, hopefully like years and years and years of success, man. And multiple branches. You can go around London and stuff. So yeah, man, I think it's good. I think it's great. In fact, good is not a good enough word. I think it's fantastic. And it just makes me happy seeing spaces like this that are accessible to like the community, man. So big up to you guys. And big up to you, bro.
Amazing. Thank
You've taken steps to kind of make your own podcast point of view.
Trying, man.
You got the branding on point. And like you said, man, it's just about keep going, man. I'll give you a statistic before we go. 90% of podcasts don't get past 10 episodes. And of that 10%, 90% don't get past 20. So just get to 20 episodes and you're better than most people.
Yeah. All right, cool.
And don't worry, bro.
You know what? That's a good, I'm going to use that. That's my benchmark. That's my.
As in 20 minimum.
20 minimum.
That's a lie, bro. What do you mean 20 and continue? Get to 20.
Yeah,
if you don't get to 20, you're going to be vexed with you, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm going to block you.
Yeah. Nah, cool. Say no more. I need guests, bro. Get me some good guests.
Bro, you got guests, man. Bro, holler at everybody, man. You got a space here now, which is better than.
Yeah, I got guests booked up till June right now.
Oh, that's probably you're blessed, then, man. What you got to do is just email everybody, even if you don't know them, man. Just say, yo, like I got this podcast, bro. What's the worst? Like I said, what's the worst they're gonna say? They're gonna either not respond or say no.
You know how I rate your cousin, Nadir?
He's my boy. Yeah.
Your boy?
Yeah.
Wait, your cousin? Man, I think it's cousin.
We're basically family. Yeah. I only met him 2 years ago. That's what I mentioned about finding your tribe.
He's a G, man.
Finding your tribe, man.
His content is cold.
Yeah, he's sick, bro.
I even see that he done the Afro-Palestinian. This guy does sick content. He does like
food and like where it comes from and
food. So like a dish from a certain place, but then there will be like a mad history on the place, and he edits it cold. But yeah, it was to do with Afro-Palestinians.
It's about Black Palestinians, and that they exist and like how, and how their culture is like intertwined and. Yeah, man, it's just mad, innit? Before colonialism came along, everyone was just got on with each other. Jews, Muslims, Christians, all lived together, black, white, brown, Asian, whatever. Like, everyone lived together and it was blessed. And then they started planting these seeds about, look at these people over here. Look at these people over there. Yeah. Look how those black people comb their hair. Look how those brown people use curry and they smell. Yeah. Like, that's what they do. And then it's like, they plant all these seeds and they make us, bro, the real Israelis, the real, like, Jewish people from that area are Palestinian, bro. Yeah. And they all live. Anyway, we're going into it too much, but
that video was still. I was just saying that video was sick. I saw Napoleon. I don't know you lot know about Tupac Outlaws and that. Napoleon, he put it on his like. It got the reach was far. Yeah, man. But anyway,
that's sick, bro.
All right, cool, man. That's a wrap then, I guess. Thank you so much.
Don't talk about raps, man. I'm hungry, bro.
Yeah, it's not so much. Well, 3 more hours to go. We got 3 hours to go. We got this. Love, bro.
Man, I'm safe. I appreciate you, man. Big up, man.
Love.